Something magical happened this week, something inspiring and unique, at least for me. Honestly, I was thinking of packing out from this speech today since I had no content ready till Thursday and a little bit of intent issue also, but never mind. But at the very same moment, this video appears in the suggestion, and that luminary YouTuber unknowingly inspired me to forge ahead with the determination, with whatever the content was there in the video. And from the video, I got a lesson which probably will stay for the entire lifetime with me. Good afternoon, Mr. E.M. Modi, my fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. I accidentally found this content, but still, the astonishing fact is the title of my speech, the purpose, the objective of this project, and the way I found this content was all perfectly aligned. And that happens to be the very core theme of synchronicity. Amazing, isn't it? According to psychologist Carl Jung, he describes synchronicity as a meaningful coincidence that happens in the outer world, but perfectly lines up with your inner state of mind. Let me repeat. A meaningful coincidence happening in the outer world, being perfectly aligned with your inner state of mind. Now, they may not be connected and by any cause, rules, or effect, but they are connected in the meaning. In literal sense, if you are searching for something, if you are looking for something, if you are wishing for something consciously or subconsciously, finding it at the right time and exactly at the right location is the phenomena of synchronicity. Let me share an incident, a real one. There is an actor called Sir Anthony Hopkins. He is a Welsh actor and a veteran who is much respected, well-renowned, and a wonderful, terrifying actor, actually. In early 1970s, he starred in a movie which was named The Girl from Petrovska. It was based on a novel written by George Pfeiffer with the same name. See, I'm creative with the A. So later, after signing up, Anthony flew to London to get a copy of the book. But to his dismay, after visiting many stores, even in London, he was not able to find any copy. And unfortunately, he gave up. But when he was returning back to his hotel, surprisingly, he noticed that someone forgot a book at the bench of the subway station. He picked it up, and yes, you guessed it right, it was the same book he was looking for. He was surprised. Now pay attention as it gets more exciting from here. Anthony comes back, he starts shooting for the movie. Later, down the line, during the shooting, one day he gets a chance to meet George Pfeiffer at the set. He narrates the whole incident to George. And George wasn't that much amused or surprised, right? But he mentioned, you know, I had a personal copy of that book where I used to write notes on the blank spaces or the margin of the book. Anthony handed him over the book which he found on the subway station, and they both were speechless. They both were awestruck. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it was the same book. Unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, what are the chances of getting a book back which you lost in a city like London, and that too brought to you by the same person who is playing a role in the movie with the same name, which coincidentally on the name of the book itself. And trust me when I say it, it is not a superstition. Many artists, including book authors, witnessed this synchronicity concept on time to time, on day-to-day basis during their research. Because accept it or not, an undeniable truth is when you are on your path, this universe winks and nods at us from time to time just to let us know. And the only thing that matters is, are we paying attention? So my fellow Toastmasters, my fellow speakers, are you paying attention to the sign? Over to you, Toastmaster Vidushi.